All right, welcome to the R44 workshop. Today we have a Z4 40i B58 powered Z4 pretty much. It's a beautiful factory spec. I would love to tell you the paint, but it's a satin paint from factory from BMW. It's got these nice kind of like satiny gold kind of trims on the front, on the grille. It's got the BMW LEDs. It's got a beige interior. It's a nicely spec'd factory car, and this young man's had it for quite some time. We've already modified it, so we've done a sports cat on it initially, and it sounded really good. Since then, he wanted to kind of take this car to the next level. He had one thing that he wanted. He wanted to use pump fuel, but get the most power out of the B58, maintaining its kind of drivability and reliability. So we said, look, the main thing you want to do is make sure the car is running cool all the time. Anything you're upgrading is protected, and any of the core kind of plastic components on these cars that do break is replaced. So what we're gonna do in this video is install a host of high quality products that we know when you put these together, you'll be getting over 600 brake horsepower every single time, as well as a really juicy torque figure, which we'll go into later on in this video. So let me cut now and let me run you through all the parts we're installing today. All right, cool. So we're gonna start it off here. This is gonna be the longest part of the install. It's a full CSF cooling package. We'll go into a little bit more of the details when we are removing the radiators, but you've got some aux rad, got the main rad here, and this transmission cooler here, which is gonna be nice. It's gonna make sure that gearbox is staying cool all the time, and then the engine and everything else is staying cool. So that's really cool, really. Big up CSF, great products. You can see these are anodized black, so they're gonna look nice, and this is in silver with an additional rock guard pre-installed on all the components, so you don't need to worry about any of the rocks hitting. Extras for the engine itself, we've got a set of NGK plugs. These are NGK 94201s. These are perfect for the B58 engine. We've been using them for some time. Of course, you've got 6 of those. So over there, we have a Funk blanket, which is equipped for the pure 850 turbo that we're going to go into a bit more detail when it's on the ramp, well, on the bench next to the stock turbo, which is going to be quite interesting. This turbo is a exchange turbo, it's not a cast turbo, so it's a little bit more expensive. You do need to plan to give your turbo back to pure, and this can run some really good power when you're running like a flex fuel setup, so you're getting that ethanol into the engine, but we're gonna run a pump fuel setup on this car, so we should get just over 600 brake horsepower without any problems. Of course, we're gonna need to get those gases out of the car as quick as we can. Now we're making some real jam. So we've got Sports Cat on the car already. We're gonna pair it up with the Scorpion mid pipe. These are super great value for money, a couple pipes, connect it all up, and it's gonna give the car a little bit more noise, but primarily just keep that flow where we need it. And of course, you need to change your charge pipe on your B58. It's just a common occurrence. It's a plastic part that takes a lot of pressure. There's no reason you shouldn't be changing it. So FTP make these. We've been installing these for many years now. They're just really good quality. There's a lot of charge pipes on the market today, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been doing this probably about 7 years, non-stop, every single day of my life. And FTP have promised good fitment. All the fittings are in there. You've got an additional gasket that comes. You've got all the clampage. It's just good quality stuff. So yeah, you can buy that. But of course, there's a few other charge pipes on the market and on our website. Feel free to shop around. But yeah, we like these. So we're gonna get that all installed today, and then we're gonna take it up to Tom Wrigley Performance, where he's gonna map the engine and the gearbox to get this thing absolutely singing. So yeah, guys, girls, sit back, watch us wrench out a Z4. It's the first time we've done this to a Z4, but it's all standard B58 stuff, thankfully. And of course, if you've got anything like an X5M and you need to get it modified, I'm gonna shout at you now, because we want as many X5, X6Ms, or XMs, or M5s, 4.4 litre V8 in the building as possible. So yeah, hit up our sales team. We're about to hit the X5M market and really showcase what we can do. And of course, if you've got an X3 40i, another car that's powered by a B58, you might have seen in the previous video, it is a really good contender. This car here has got, it's a mineral grey car, I think. It's got a tanned interior. You would never know, but this is pumping well over 500 brake horsepower from a stage 2. It looks like a sleeper, but goes probably like an M3 pretty much, probably gap an M3 from factory. So yeah, super cool car, B58, S68 is a beast. And of course, the iconic M3 Touring. So if you've got an M3 Touring, you already know you should be here. So anyways, stop waffling, Reese. Let's get the gloves on and let's get the car up in the air and get wrenching. But anyways, I'm gonna teleport now into a whole new outfit, maybe the same outfit, because it's wrench time. All right, so let's run through it. These are the CSF aux rads. They're a really nice bit of kit, satin black finish, additional kind of rock guard that goes on it. So BMW had a lot of issues with aux rads getting stones in them and piercing on like an F87 M2. So CSF put these on all of them, and then BMW have obviously, let me get my dirty hand all over this, put these on the plastic. So if you have a Z4 in particular, you obviously have some rock guard. So that's an added benefit, but look at the core size. Super thin, I'd say it's, you know, a good 10 centimeters thicker, if not more. And then I think the actual design of the core itself, you can see how many more fins there are, and just the placement. Look at the amount of cooling as well you're going to get. So I think you can see through these, you can see the air will actually flow through all the fins, cool down the coolant, and carry on. So yeah, nice bit of kit. So super easy to install. The universal, same part number for left and right. They've got 4 spigots. You actually only hang this off of 3, so you just swap it around. Super simple stuff. So yeah, let's get this installed now, and then we're going to do the main radiator and then replenish the coolant. So we're going to show you guys now brief comparison between the stock radiator and the CSF. Again, touching at some of the key things, we've got a bit of a rock guard and we've got a full metal construction. So no plastic that's kind of been riveted or crimped to a metal radiator. This is full metal, all welded, all the connections. And this is what makes a big difference, especially when you take the car up to that temperature. Under pressure and temperature over time, things start splitting, aging quite badly. So CSF's really good. And I find we sell a lot of CSF to people that have done 100, 200,000 miles in their vehicle, and it's time to change something because this starts leaking. This is a great alternative that's probably gonna last you a lifetime. So yeah, super clean, a lot thicker than the current one. We've obviously got bigger core, better flow throughout, but primarily some of the key things like this, the welding is what you need. But anyways, yeah, CSF, it's good. What can you do? You can't complain. Fittings are nice, they can all clip in nicely. The aux rads literally just clip straight in, no issues at all. And we've already put some coolant through it and it's been okay. So yeah, shout out Ravi and the team. Let's go, let's get this in and wrap up the cooling on this vehicle. So we've already fitted this FTP charge pipe. It's quite an easy install on this vehicle. You just drop it off the bottom. We're gonna change the turbo on this car. So we've taken the turbo inlet off as well. And then yeah, FTP, super simple. All the connections pop straight back in. Tightens up nice, it looks good. Got the branding there, you can't complain. You've got some meth bungs as well. So what we've done is we've taken those all out, put some thread lock, tighten them back up. Really important because they do from factory rattle out over time. So it's important to lock those in. But anyways, we're gonna clean now this stock rad, drop the new one in, and away we go. So this is the CSF transmission cooler, super nice bit of kit, double stack as well, so double the thickness. OEM fittings as always, so just gonna slide it in, connect up, away we go. All right, so we're now working on the actual heart of this 600 brake horsepower build, and it's the turbo. It's the pure turbo. This is the stock turbo on your right. The left is the pure. Pretty much a hybrid turbo is utilizing the casing from the original turbo and just boring it out. So increasing the diameter of the wheel. So you can see inside there, that is quite a big wheel compared to the stock one. So you can see there, they've made some changes, and that's machining the housing to change things. And that's the whole point of the hybrid, is that it's using the original core, and then it's just boring the internals out. Whereas a full frame, you're changing the frame of the turbo. The big difference is obviously the wheel on both sides. So it's important that we get the air going into the turbo out and getting it out quicker. So we've obviously got the downpipe that's going to help with getting the air out. We've got an MST intake, which is going to coupe up to this 3D printed kind of turbo inlet that Pure provide you with the turbo, which is quite nice. This isn't a cast turbo, so they do actually do for like the normal B58s on like a M140i, things like that. I think you can get a casted turbo. It's a lot cheaper, and you can keep your turbo and sell it on eBay and get a bit of money back, whereas this is a direct replacement. So when you buy it, you can do a deposit. I think it's about £1,500 or €1,500 is the deposit. Once you pay that when you buy the turbo, so you receive this turbo, if you give this one back to Pure or back to us and we'll give it to Pure, they'll give us a refund. So that's how it kind of works. The casted turbos, you actually buy the turbo itself and it's yours and you get both of them. But yeah, for the more unique turbos, they don't offer the cast because they have to make molds and stuff. But yeah, a lot of talking, hybrid turbo. Tom will go into the real benefits of this when he starts mapping the car and you can see the benefits. But this is good for, I think, 700 plus. bhp, but that's going to be where you're running the port injection and ethanol. But yeah, super cool. We're going to replace all of the hardware, so we've got some bits like this. So we got like a new downpipe gasket, new V-band for the downpipe. We've got new flanges or gaskets there, all new nuts, O-rings for the oil feed lines. So we're changing all of those with OEM options, as well as we're putting a Funk Motorsports heat blanket on. This is actually the incorrect one because it's only a 2-port, but we've also got one for the 2-port that's going on. So a bit of heat management. It's going to keep it all nice and healthy. So anyways, let's get cracking. Let's get this turbo in and start changing other bits of the car. All right, wow, we're back in the Z4. So the lads have put it in Sports Plus, so let's put it into Comfort Eco Pro just to kind of get off the ground, because I previously owned a Supra Stage 2, not as leery as this, it's Stage kind of 3, and it was like a death wish, but it was great. It was the best car I've ever owned. Whoa, my God. Yeah, these cars are super leery, and what you need to do is dial in the suspension. So you need to go for maybe a coilover, just mainly get some adjustment, make sure you have the brand new PS4Ss and things like that. But anyways, that's Steve's next purchase, I'm sure. We've actually got some Apex wheels going on the car today. The boys are just mounting up some tires on them. Let's get out, what have we done? Pure turbo, full replacement turbo, which is super nice. We've done the Funk Motorsports 2-port blanket, which was a pain in the ass really, because we've installed it after the turbo was installed, because obviously we ordered a 4-port, not even thinking about it. Then obviously it's a 2-port engine, which we had them in stock, but we just ended up installing the turbo, getting that done, putting it on after, and yeah, long story short, Funk Motorsports heat blanket is a great modification, great thing to do when you're doing a hybrid, but do it while the turbo's off is what our recommendations are. Front rad, transmission cooler, nice modification, and then of course it's got the mid pipe, the downpipe it had already. So let's get it into Sports Plus. I've done a lot of speaking, not a lot of driving. Sports Plus, do a little launch, see what it's saying. Pretty deadly, this car. It's slippy out here. It's ready to go. It's so quick. It literally wants to go. It needs the tires. It's on the stock tires now. We're mounting up a fresh set of tires and Apex wheels at the moment, but the pop's beautiful. Mid pipe, down pipe, sound really good. Let's put it into neutral. That's manual. Let's do that. Inside the car, good noise as well. Nothing. Oh, these seats are comfy though. But yeah, let's go for a little rip. It's nice. Tom's done it. 600 brake it made, so pretty much exactly what our goal was. On pump fuel, 99 from the petrol station or the gas station. Put the window up a little bit. Yeah, 600 brake, about 550 wheel. So it's good power. Tom's not pushing it. It's on pump. There's no point pushing it when you could put a bit of ethanol in and it will get on it. So I think the best thing is if the customer wanted to take this further, it's getting an MHD flex fuel kit. We've hold them on the website. We've got them in stock. They're super easy to fit. They just go in your fuel line, get an ethanol sensor, talks to a piece of technology from MHD, which then talks to MHD, and then you can read your flex fuel content and make sure you have safety parameters in place to have any problems. But yeah, so let's talk through the kind of TWP map. You've obviously hopefully seen it in this video. He's been able to map the ECU and upload an MHD license, and then Mike Bull has provided a file. So they did a stock file, downloaded to dyno runs, on the street runs, and just progressively improved that kind of ECU map. And then the gearbox map, again, very similar, a little bit less R&D goes into it, like back and forth of such. Pretty much the first couple reads from the gearbox, you're able to get the data you need to kind of put on that stage 2, 3 gearbox map. And you can feel it straight away. Second you're in manual, the gearbox just is so quick, it just punches. And it's, Mike Bull's tunes are a little bit different to the likes of the XHP stage 2, stage 3. I much prefer them. Like I've run XHP on my M3 Touring back in the day when we were in America initially, when we didn't have a B flash, which is the machine to map the gearbox, and it just, second you put Mike Bull's map on it, it's just completely different. Oh wow, it just wants to go. Yeah, you can feel it. I think the next thing is definitely just suspension and some geo. You got to get the alignment right. So obviously putting a set of wheels and tires on, you really want to get that aligned straight away, get that alignment right, and then start working from there. Because if you drive a Supra or a Z4, getting the power down is not the easiest. But there are people running 1500 horsepower on a Supra on the street. It's possible. It's just doing the right kind of science on the geo and the suspension to get it to hook, and then maybe invest in some brakes. So far, so good. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one.